Alex, I've got to talk to you about the royals because I know, like me, it's one of your favourite topics as well, especially when it comes to Prince Harry. So it's D-Day over in the UK. This 2-day hearing has begun to find out how much money he owes, of course, after he lost his High Court case against the British press. Now, he claimed that the Daily Mail used improper means to access information. However, a judge found no evidence, and of course, he walked out of a London courthouse earlier this month with his tail between his legs, Alex. Now, I was reading that he could actually be now up for tens of millions of pounds in legal fees.
Yeah, well, I think the last number I heard was 38 million.
Wow.
I think it may have even climbed beyond that at this point. Some reports are saying 50 million. Oh, I mean, this is ridiculous. The guy's got a vendetta against the press. And look, the human side of me says, I understand what happened to your mother. I understand where you may have some bad blood towards the press, but this is dragged on. You know, we've moved on from this stuff a long time ago. The press in Britain has changed a lot. So what he's doing is really stirring up old problems. And I think partially, I believe, part of this is to keep himself relevant. I mean, most people settled their cases a long time ago. He said he was going to fight it to the end. Well, he fought it to the end and lost. He could have settled and made some money. Maybe that just goes to show how terrible the business acumen between the two of these guys are. And the other thing I'll say is she's got to sell a lot of jam, Meghan Markle. She's going to be in that. She's going to be making a lot of jam jars to sell 50 million's worth. Let me say that because he ain't bringing in any money. What kind of money is he bringing in? Nothing. The guy's best cameo recently was on MasterChef Australia because Meghan FaceTimed him. I mean, how insufferable. What a life to live. They could have lived in palaces. They could have been the most popular part of the royal family in Britain. Harry's always, before he met Meghan, been the most popular royal here because he was seen as so down to earth. He was seen as so British and one of us. He ruined all that. He has bent over backwards for a woman that actually just wants to see him crumble, and so she can take the spotlight. And look how badly it's gone. Look how badly it's gone. They're going to be in debt to 50 million quid. Who's paying that?
Yeah, exactly. You're right. He used to be that fun, likable character, but now he's the spare to his wife, who's just seeking fame and fortune and, you know, making MasterChef appearances. How tragic. And, well, the jams haven't sold enough already, Alex, so I'm not sure what they're going to do about their financial situation. We'll stand by for the outcome there, but fascinating. And look, lucky you, because Harry's about to return to the UK again. It's understood Harry will be there in September for a string of engagements for the annual Well Child Awards. The Sun is even reporting that he'll be offered a room by the King at Buckingham Palace. And we know a couple of weeks ago, the King offered it to him, but then they were too slow to make their decision. So the King said, well, you can't stay at the palace anymore. But it got me thinking, Alex, you know, you've got Harry who claims that London is unsafe, that he could possibly be the victim of a terror attack if he doesn't have taxpayer-funded security. Yet he goes to London a couple of weeks ago, and now he's going back within a couple of months. So what's the bet he's going to ask you, the British taxpayer, again, to pay for his security?
I mean, this is the thing, right? It's the same when he went over to Australia. He's making a big fuss about all of his security arrangements. Should I bring my wife? Should I not bring my wife? Are my kids safe? Well, actually, Harry, you're the one who made your family unsafe. There was no threat against you until you started bragging about how many people you killed in Afghanistan, which, by the way, if you speak to any veteran, and I speak to them all the time, say that is a no-no. You don't do that. Don't stir up the enemy. We don't glorify our kills. We do what we do for our country. But Harry decided to put that all in a book and then put it in an audiobook and then talk about it on national TV. I mean, what do you expect, right? But the reality is British people don't want to pay for Harry. If he's a working royal and he's going to go and open cancer wards and do the job, sure, people will be fine with that. But we're sick of these grifters. We don't want them here in Britain. They've made their life in Montecito. They wanted to have privacy, but they've done anything but that. I think British people have well and truly turned on Harry. He's lucky that the King is offering him a room in Buckingham Palace because none of the other royals live there anymore, by the way. Even the King's moved out, so he's thinking that might be a safe place to put him. There's no leaks that way. But on top of that as well, when William takes over, we know that he's done with Harry. So this might be Harry's last bit of redemption, but I don't think it's going to last very long.
No, I don't think so either. And it's not like William even wanted to see him when he was in London a couple of weeks ago. I think everyone is done with Mr. and Mrs. Grifter. They've become tiresome, quite frankly, boring, and just genuinely annoying because they are grifters. They're just money-seeking hypocrites. It's extraordinary. Sarah Ferguson, it's been revealed that she's been staying at her ex, Paddy McNally's Switzerland chalet after being evicted from the Royal Lodge. According to The Sun, the motor racing manager gave Ferguson refuge at his home before he died earlier in the week. Alex, she's been globetrotting really since her ex-husband Andrew's arrests, and plus all those gross revelations, the emails that came to light, her exchanges with the pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, but even allegations that she had an affair with Diddy, of all people. But oh, goodness me, nothing ever surprises me with Sarah Ferguson anymore. But if I were her, I would be staying as far away from the royal family. They don't want anything to do with her because it is a toxic brand, her and Andrew.
I mean, the talking of grifters, there is no bigger grifter than Sarah Ferguson.
Yeah.
I mean, this woman has made an entire career of being a nightmare for Britain. Of course, famous ex Prince Andrew. Somehow they were still sort of together, not together. She was living with him, not living with him. I mean, who do these people think they are? Do they think the British taxpayer want to fund their lifestyle? Of course we don't. Of course we don't. We don't want this extended royal family full of people like her that are actually here to ride on the coattails of the royals, but drag them down while they do it. I mean, this is someone, when the whole Epstein stuff came out, she sort of rebuked it all, and then she's decided, actually, oh no, all my emails have leaked. I better run away into exile. We'll stay there, frankly. We're not interested in all of that stuff. We're worried in Britain because the Republican movement is rising so rapidly right now because of all this stuff we've just been talking about. Now it's getting even worse because of people like her, and she's still sponging off somebody who, I mean, it seems like he's definitely dead, and she's still managing to sponge off this guy. So I mean, who's next? She might be asking to move into my spare room.
Wow, look out, Alex. I mean, you might have Fergie as your neighbour soon. She's a hoot apparently. If you've read some of her previous stuff, she's a real hoot. So there you go. Now, look, just before we let you go, I've got to actually ask you about Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. He could be stripped of his freedom of the City of London. So this is possibly one of his final honours. I'm just shocked at this point, Alex, that he has failed to give it up voluntarily, given there's an ongoing investigation, all of the allegations that are levelled against him. What he has done, is his time as a working royal. I just think, gosh, bow out and give it up.
Yeah, I mean, just talk about bowing out gracefully. This man can't do anything with grace. He can't even do an interview with grace. I mean, the guy has destroyed the Pizza Express brand here in the UK. Is that not enough damage if you think you can take down one business with you? I mean, this is ridiculous, right? The guy should have just been humble about it all. He should have read the writing on the wall, but he can't, can he? He's got to be dragged kicking and screaming for every award or honor or title he's got. He's already been stripped of the most important titles. What was he going to do? Write that at the bottom of his emails next? Oh, City of London Freedom Award. I mean, this is getting ridiculous, right? We just want him to go away. As I was saying, we're getting concerned that these people are ruining what has been a almost 1,000-year tradition in Britain of a monarchy. They might not make it at this rate with people like him. Just stop, go away, stop sponging off everyone else. Do you know what? If you've got to go work in Tesco or McDonald's, so be it. It might even be more honorable than sponging off everyone else because you want to maintain your lifestyle. Well, we don't want to maintain it for you, Andrew. Go away.
Yep, go away and stay far, far away from the royal family. Is an absolute blight
Please.
On Britain, that's for sure. Alex Armstrong, host of Alex Armstrong Tonight, a wonderful show. Our viewers over in the UK, check him out on GB News. He's absolutely brilliant. Alex, I'm so grateful to you for coming on. Thank you very, very much for joining me.
Thank you, Danica.